Can I get 4 ham radio HTs into a Go kit this size? Let's find out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin and this is Comms by Kemp Outside, your inside source for outdoor comms. Well guys, you might have seen my video on this Go kit. This is my Baofeng UV-5R Go kit. There's 2 Baofeng UV-5Rs in here and a whole bunch of other accessories. If you want to check out that video, guys, I'll put a link right up here where you can check that out. Basically, what I want to do is I want to outfit all of my vehicles with ham radio Go kits so that I have dual band ham radios in every car all the time, so that even if I'm running down to the store or whatever and I forget to take my HT with me, if something happens, I've got something in the car that's ready to go with a pair of HTs and all the accessories I need to run those radios for a long period of time. So there's battery chargers and cables and even a mag mount antenna in here, all kinds of stuff in this Go kit. But guys, I thought if 2 radios is good, 4 is better. Can I make a Go kit this size with 4 radios instead of 2? Well, let's dig in and find out. All right, guys, so let's talk about the key components of this build. The first thing is we need the kit itself, and that's going to be this bright orange first aid kit bag. The first thing I'm going to do is peel that first aid kit patch off because I don't want people to think that this is a first aid kit, right? And I like the American flag, guys, but I have seen other ham tubers get a patch with the model number of the radio on it. And I might do that for this kit because that way I know exactly what's in here, and other people would too. They wouldn't necessarily, even though that cross is gone, I don't want people to assume that this is a med kit, right? But these are awesome bags. What's really cool about these guys is that they have, they have MOLLE on the front. Obviously you can connect things to it if you want. But the other thing is that this back panel separates via Velcro, right? So you can basically have this attached, to anything, I've seen MOLLE panels that people put on the backs of their seats of their car and stuff, which is really cool. And then you could just put that on there and then just peel it off if you need to. And then it can go right back on if you want. Before I do that, I'm gonna open this little thing and get it out of the way so we can get this bag open. But you just basically just Velcro right back on and it's good to go. So we're gonna get this thing opened up, but before that, I'm gonna show you what all we're gonna put in this. So, like I said, guys, 4 ham radio HTs. And in this case, I had 4 ham radio HTs that I think I can get in this pack. So it's gonna start off with a pair of Baofeng UV-5R minis, right? Super small radios. These things are awesome, guys. If you wanna see my review on these, be sure to check it out. I'll put a link right up here where you can check out the Baofeng UV-5R minis. I only have 2 of those, right? Obviously, if I was going to do this from scratch and I was buying all the radios, I'd probably buy 4 of those because that would make it a whole lot easier to get all 4 radios in the pack. But I happen to have 2 TIDRadio H3s, right? I have the original H3 and I have the H3 Plus, and both of these are still pretty small dual band ham radios, right? If I just compared the H3 to the Baofeng UV-5R Mini, right? I mean, just a slight bit bigger. And since I already have both of these radios and I really like both of these radios, I thought that this would make an awesome 4 radio Go kit. 2 TIDRadio, the H3 and the H3 Plus, and 2 Baofeng UV-5R Minis. So I'm gonna put links to all of those radios down below where you can check those out, guys. Almost everything I link to, guys, will be affiliate links. So if you use my link to purchase, it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it's a great way to support my channels. I get a little commission on the sales, greatly appreciated. Along with that, guys, I need stuff to make these radios work for extended periods of time, right? I don't necessarily know how long I'm gonna be needing these things. So the first thing I need to do is I need to make sure I can feed them power, right? So what I have is I have 4 radios that all take USB-C charging from the battery, right? So I have a 4-port wall wart, right? So I could charge all 4 radios at the same time, as well as 4 USB-C to USB-A charging cables. And then also, guys, I'm going to include a cigarette plug with 2 USB chargers, right? So that I can at least charge 2 of these radios at a time in the car. So that will take care of the charging needs. Radios obviously need antennas. So I have the 4 stock antennas, right? These are the 2 stock antennas for the TIDRadio, TD-H3 and H3+. And then I have the little stubby stock antennas for the Baofeng UV-5R minis. Now, some stock antennas are better than others. I've heard horrible things about these. These are great for a little short distance stuff, right? And sometimes you might just need this. But I'm also going to carry 4 signal sticks. And what I love about these is they're a quarter wave on 2 meters, right? But you can just roll them up. You know, you can just store them just like that. You can just tie them in a little knot and you can put them in your radio bag. And so I have 4 of these, so I can equip all 4 radios with one of these. But that's not all, guys. So sometimes I'm going to be using these radios from a vehicle, right? And so I want to include the signal stuff BNC mount, and I have a BNC signal stick that goes on that as well. So now I have a mag mount antenna for vehicle work. And I picked this up at a Ham Fest. Actually, it came with a radio I bought, but a little Kenwood speaker mic, this tiny little speaker mic. So I can connect that to any of these radios if I'm using one of these radios in the car. That way the radio can sit in the cup holder with the BNC mount, and then I'm using to operate the radio as this little hand mic. So we're gonna try and get all of this into this. Let's see if we can do it. All right, guys, so one of the things that I want to mention is that it isn't just enough to put everything in the bag, but you want to be able to have it so that it's somewhat organized and easy to get at the stuff you want to get at. A lot of times I'm just going to need to pull out a handheld, so I don't want the handhelds buried in the bottom, right? I want to put stuff in order of likelihood of use, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the signal stick and BNC in the bottom, right? I'm going to try to stuff it in. I got a clip there we go. I'm going to try and stuff it in like this, because I think that, you know, I'm not going to use this a lot. It's going to be nice when I do need to use it, but if I do need to use it, then I'm pulling out radios and other things anyway. All right, so I'm going to get this in there nice and snug. Make sure that you have an SMA to BNC connector right for that, because otherwise you won't be able to connect it to your radio. So let's see, I'm going to stuck that in there. Okay, so that's tucked in nice and good. And then I'm going to take this BNC signal stick and I'm going to shove it in this pocket over here and then close it up. All right, so we got that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these signal sticks and I'm going to stuff them in this pocket right here. All right, so those are in. All right, next I'm going to do the radios. So I'm going to put these, I like to put the radios face down to try to protect them. I'm going to do those 2, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these antennas in the bottom here, just like that. And then let's see if we can put these antennas right along the side here. There we go. All right, just like that. All right, make sure I'm on screen here. And then we'll go ahead and do Baofeng UV-5R minis. Actually, I think I can put that one right there. And that one can go right there. All right, and then let's slide this down this way so we've got, all right, so I'm gonna put this, let's see if I can slide this so it's not right there. Put that like that. And then we'll go ahead and put this speaker mic. I'm going to turn that and clip it. All right, we'll just tuck that cable right there. Oh, I think we're gonna get it, guys. And then all of our charging cables. That cable does not want to cooperate. All right. So we've got cables in there, that in there. So we fold this over and fold that up. And let's see if we can zip it. All right, look at that, guys. Make sure that's Velcro down. Run the strap up and over. Probably need to expand it a little bit. All right, there you have it, guys. A 4-radio go kit. All right, guys, so there you have it. A 4 HT go bag, ready to go with everything I could need for radio operations. Now, you might be asking, Kevin, why do you need a 4-radio go bag? And this is really kind of just, I wanted to see if I could, number one. Number two, in an emergency type situation where I might want to issue radios to other people, it's nice to have other radios, right? I could keep one for myself and then issue 3 more. Actually, usually I always carry at least 1 HT with me when I'm out and about. So this would be 4 extras. So I'd have a total of 5. But I kind of just wanted to see if I could, right? If you want to do something with the Baofeng UV-5R Mini, this is a great thing to do. And you could put a bunch of them in here. The TIDRadio TD-H3 and H3 Plus is a little bit larger. Probably if you were going to go all H3s, you could probably get 3 in here. 4 would probably be a little tight. You could probably do as many as 5 or even 6 UV-5R minis in a single pack if you wanted to. But let me leave you with a couple of final thoughts. Number one, when you're going to do this kind of thing, it's best to make sure everything's ready to go when you put it in the pack. So before you build one of these things, make sure that all of your radios are programmed to all the frequencies that you think you're going to need, right? I mean, you can obviously, especially with these radios that are programmable over Bluetooth, you can always add something extra. But the last thing you're going to want to do is add a bunch of frequencies for 4 different radios over Bluetooth when you need to use radios, right? That's not the time to be programming the radios. So make sure everything's programmed. The second thing is to make sure everything's charged up. Make sure everything's fully charged. And then go in every once in a while. Don't just leave this in the car, right, for a year and not think about it. Go in every couple of months, right? Turn the radios on, use them, transmit a little bit, do some transmit testing, and then make sure that you top up the batteries and make sure that they're fully charged, and then put it back in the vehicle. So don't just leave it in there, right? Actually, pull the radios out and make sure everything is in good working condition. Not that I imagine anything's going to go bad in here, but these radios, if they're in the trunk of your car or in the back seat or whatever, it's going to be exposed to a lot of heat, a lot of cold, everything that your car interior is exposed to when you're not in it, right? And so you're going to want to make sure that your batteries are in good shape, your radios are in good shape, that kind of thing. But all in all, guys, I'm super, super excited about this. So I'm going to put everything you saw in this video down in the description below with affiliate links. Not all of them are affiliate links, but a lot of them are. And if it's an affiliate link, guys, I get a little commission on the sale. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it's a great way to support my channels. I get a little commission, which helps me continue to produce this content. Because, some of this stuff, was sent to me, admittedly, the Baofengs and the TIDRadios were all sent to me for review. But some of this stuff I actually did purchase. I purchased the pack, I purchased the accessories, the signal stick, antennas, all of that stuff I purchased myself. So when you do use my links to purchase, it helps me so that I can continue to bring content like this. So it's greatly appreciated. If you have any questions about anything you saw in the pack or stuff that you would put in here, I'd love to hear from you. Drop some in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think of a 4 radio pack versus a 2 radio pack versus a 1 radio pack. What do you think? What do you like? I'd love to hear from you. Give me your thoughts and suggestions. And then the other thing, guys, that I think I'm going to do is, I've been watching a bunch of videos on these, and Jason, KM4ACK, I think is his call sign, does some go bags and go kits, and he's been talking about modularity, and I really like that idea. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another one of these that's just full of roll-up J-pole antennas, right? A roll-up J-pole antenna for MERS and GMRS, a roll-up J-pole antenna for 2 meters and 70 centimeters, maybe some other stuff in there too, guys. I don't know. I'm kind of kicking around the idea of having a modular pack for field deployment of antennas. Just like I've got the mag mount in here for car use, it'd be nice to have a bag for field deployment of antennas. So maybe some coax. I don't know how big of a bag I'm going to need for something like that. So if you like that idea, I'd love suggestions. Drop some in the comments below. Let me know what you think should go in a field antenna go bag for VHF and UHF comms. I'd love to hear from you and let me know what you think. Guys, I'm Kevin, and this is Comms by Kemp Outside. We're your inside source for outdoor comms. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that little bell icon that notifies you when I release new videos. This is a brand new channel, and I'm trying to grow it, so anything that you can do to spread the word would be greatly appreciated. I would really love to get the word out, so anything you can do, as I said, would be amazing. And thank you for all the support we've had so far. And be on the lookout, guys, because I do gear giveaways. I love to give away gear. I love to put gear in the hands of radio operators and campers and hikers and outdoorsmen and women and all that stuff, and kids. I love to get people into the radio comms hobby and to help people come up with a comms plan besides their cell phone when they're out doing outdoor activities, because as we all know, some of the places that you want to be doesn't have cell phone service. You need good comms, reliable comms for just communicating with a group and communicating in emergencies. So be on the lookout, guys, because we're going to be doing some gear giveaways here coming up soon. We are approaching, as of the making of this video, I don't know, we might be past it by the time this video gets released, but we are approaching 500 subscribers, which is going to trigger the next giveaway. And then I think I'm going to do another giveaway at 750 subscribers. Really working my way towards that 1,000 subscriber goal. So going to be giving away some gear, so stay tuned for that too. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you outside.